intended to start the Brexit process next March. The government says it will appeal to Britain's highest court. You're listening to NPR.
Support for NPR comes from American Express, offering charge and credit cards to help business owners cover the big purchases they need to make when they need to make them. More about American Express business cards and services.
Good morning, I'm John Lorinc in for Dennis O'Hare. It's 8:04 from the WABE Newsroom. A fire is still burning at the site of a Colonial Pipeline explosion in Alabama. Officials say they won't be able to start fixing the line until the fire is out. The explosion happened Monday when a track hoe hit the pipeline as part of repair related to an earlier leak. Governor Nathan Deal has issued an executive order allowing truckers to work longer hours in order to haul gasoline. Deal says Georgians shouldn't overreact to the chance of gasoline shortages and discouraged stocking up and causing a spike in demand. The pipeline troubles have drawn attention to its age. Part of it dates back to 1963. Stephanie Stokes has more.
This week's explosion was caused by equipment striking the pipe, so not age-related. We still don't know what happened to cause the major leak in September. The Colonial Pipeline is, however, one of a number of aging pipelines in the U.S., says Carl Weimer with a nonprofit pipeline safety trust.
There's about 200,000 miles of these types of hazardous liquid pipelines, and a lot of them went in the 50s and 60s.
Weimer says pipelines that are 60 and 70 years old are more prone to corrosion. Many weren't made out of the materials we use today. And yet he says the age of the pipelines isn't necessarily something to focus on.
The main thing that people should be worried about is how well
Early voters in Baldwin, Clayton, Cobb, and Coweta counties have reported voting machines did not accurately reflect their votes on screen. Last week, a similar complaint in Bryan County turned out to be a miscalibrated touchscreen. Candace Brose is with the Secretary of State's office. Brose says the state's voting machines are safe, but yesterday, Georgia's 4 Democratic congressmen sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Justice asking for help to make sure all votes are counted accurately. The Woodruff Arts Center just announced it has completed its endowment campaign 2 months early and with an extra $10 million. It's still paying down the debt that contributed to the ASO lockouts, but has raised $110 million. A large gift means the Alliance Theater's primary venue will be called the Coca-Cola Stage after renovation. The Woodruff Center also houses the High Museum.
ABE comes from Georgia State's Rialto, presenting German silent film classic Metropolis, accompanied by Alloy Orchestra.
In sports, the Chicago Cubs won the World Series early this morning, beating the Cleveland Indians 8-7 in 10 innings. The last time the Cubs won Major League Baseball's grand finale, 1908. Mix of sun and clouds today, a high of 81, low 52. Tomorrow's going to be sunny with a high of 73. 65 right now. This is Morning Edition on 90.1 WABE, Atlanta's choice for NPR.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Steve Inskeep.
And I'm Renee Montaigne. Election Day is officially 5 days off, but more than 30 million Americans have already cast their ballots.